Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to this week's edition of the W. Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mike Sullivan, joined as always by head coach of the Hofstra Pride Wrestling team, Rob Anspach. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Looking ahead to this weekend, the Grapple at the Garden coming up, one of the biggest events on your schedule this season. For college wrestling, also a very big event, the first event hosted by Madison Square Garden in terms of college wrestling. So what are you looking forward to about Sunday afternoon?
Well, it's a great event. The teams coming in: Ohio State, Iowa, Oklahoma State, Cornell, Nebraska. I mean, it's just kind of a who's who among college wrestling. So it should be a great atmosphere, a lot of fans, and we're just really excited to be part of it. You know, two great matches in Ohio State and Iowa are our set duels, and we want our team to go out there and enjoy the moment and compete well.
Dual meet competition for your team has seen a lot of the top teams in the country already this season. That's going to continue. Iowa and Ohio State, both top 5 teams in the nation. So you just give us a little bit of scouting report on those teams. What do you think you're going to see from the Buckeyes and Iowa as well?
Well, Iowa's pretty easy. They're a team that's well conditioned. They tend to just be kind of year in and year out. It's the same thing when you wrestle an Iowa team. They're going to come out there. They're going to wrestle hard. They're going to wrestle a full 7 minutes, and they're going to try and score points. You look at the guys they have. Matt McDonough is obviously the returning national champ at 125 pounds, so it's a great opportunity for Steve Bonanno to get his name back in national title talk. Right now he's been kind of having an inconsistent season. He's kind of up and down, so a win this weekend really puts him back on the map as far as people talking about him as winning a national title. I know he can do it. The staff knows he can do it. He's just got to put it together. Tony Ramos at 133 pounds, ranked second in the country. There's another guy, Jamie Franco, coming off of his weekend where he had 2 wins on Sunday. Looking to continue that progression and moving forward, and this is a great opportunity for him. And you can go down their entire lineup and see guys like that at heavyweight. Telford is ranked high in the country. Mike Evans at 174 is ranked high. Derek St. John's ranked first at 157 pounds. So at any weight class, you can basically look at the Iowa lineup and say they got a guy that's good. He's a legitimate title contender or All-American. So how do you beat those teams? You gotta compete. You gotta compete to the best of your ability. At the end of the day, there's a team that's very good, and if you want to knock them off, you're going to need some guys to wrestle up to their level and pull an upset here and there. On paper, they're pretty big favorites, so we're going to need some guys to wrestle. I don't think we need to wrestle above our ability. We just need to wrestle to our ability, which we haven't done to this point. If you look at the Ohio State dual meet, again, Steve Bonanno with a tough match in Nico Trigas, who was returning All-American redshirt last year, but is a guy that we went 1-1 with the last time he's been in the lineup. So we're looking forward to that match. 133 pounds. Jamie Franco's got a great weekend. He's got the number 2 guy in Ramos. He's got the defending national champion Logan Stever. So that's going to be a great match for him. 141 pounds. Another Stever brother coming out there, ranked real high. Maybe second or third. I'm not exactly sure on the latest rankings for Luke Veit. So we have opportunities, and I'm looking at this as like some people can look at you have Iowa and Ohio State. That's a tough weekend. Yeah, of course it is. It's a national tournament type of weekend. To me, it's a weekend of opportunities. So we need to go out there and we need to take advantage of the opportunities that are set in front of us and come away with some wins.
And you kind of touched on this a little bit, but what message do you send to the guys in the weight room on the mats this week, working out to prepare them for the competition they're going to see as you look down both of these lineups? We're pretty much ranked wrestlers down the list, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the message is this is an opportunity for you for some of our guys to put themselves back on the map, for some of our other guys to put themselves on the map. You go in there and you want to get respected and you want to have people talking about you, beat someone from this program. Beat somebody from Iowa, beat somebody from Ohio State. People will notice you really quickly. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I'm not exactly sure how many pre-tickets they sold, pre-sold tickets. But I'm thinking, with the teams coming in, we're looking to have somewhere around 7,000 people in there. It should be a great event. It should be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and these are the things you wrestle Division I college wrestling for.
Look at your lineup, what we've seen projected for this Sunday. You could see some changes at 157 and 184. Can you talk about that a little bit and what the thought process is?
Yeah, 157 pounds, we had some injuries, so neither guy is really 100%, so we're kind of playing it by ear. Cody Ridgeville is going to start off for us at 157 pounds against Iowa. If he's healthy enough to wrestle the second match, he'll be our guy for both matches. And we're moving Victor Pujny down from 197 to 184 and giving Taras a little bit of a rest. He's battling some injuries right now. So Victor's going to be our guy at 184 pounds. Taras is going to be not wrestling this weekend. Just give him a little bit of rest with his shoulder injury he's been battling with and dealing with. So, that's what we look for. 57 is kind of going to be play it by ear, depending on how Cody feels and going from there.
I want to quickly you mentioned Steve Bonanno a lot throughout. I want to talk about him a little bit. Very tough competition right at the start. So as your team, you're looking at how Steve Bonanno's wrestling right from the beginning. How important is it for you as a coaching staff to see him have some success and maybe give your team some confidence against both of these teams?
Yeah, you're going out there, and again, he has McDonough first, defending national champ, who is the guy's been in the finals every year of his career, two titles and a second. So, for Steve, it's important for him to get out there and score early. One, he'll set the tone for the team. Just let the guys know, hey, we can win this match. It's always nice when you have a guy going out there and knocking somebody off and giving the rest of the team that confidence. But overall, wrestling is one of those sports where at the end of the day, what Steve Bonanno does is nice, but I need to be focused on myself. If I'm Jamie Franco, I'm worried about what I can control. I can't control what Steve Bonanno does. I can only control what I do. And the same thing with Luke Mike. He can't control what Steve and Jamie do, and if they happen to lose, well, that shouldn't affect him. If he happens to win, is it nice? Yeah, it feels good to go forward, but it really doesn't impact his match one way or the other. He's the one that has to step on that mat and wrestle his guy. So, it's nice to get momentum going. I don't know how big of a part it plays in wrestling because it's 10 mini matches. And it's all individualized, and you go out there and compete your own way, and what the guys do before you or behind you can't really help you.
And finally, Coach, what's going to be your key to pulling off some upsets individually against Ohio State and Iowa?
As the guys going out there, I think it's going to be two things. One, the first thing they have to do is they got to believe they can win the match. If they don't believe they can win the match, come third period, they're going to lose, because that's what Iowa's known for doing. If you don't think you can wrestle with them, they will put it on you. Same thing with Ohio State. That's just the Big Ten style. So first thing, our guys got to go out there 100% knowing they can win the match. Second thing is, once they believe they can win it, they need to wrestle to their potential. They don't need to over-wrestle. They don't need to pull out some type of miracle or something like that. We have a good team. And if they wrestle well, they can win.
That'll do it here for us inside this week's edition of the W. Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. The Hofstra Pride Wrestling team getting set for the Grapple at the Garden this Sunday with matchups against the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Ohio State Buckeyes.